Hello, beautiful souls. So I thought I'd pop on right now and smudge you up for the rest of your evening. And I wanted to talk about, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop on and we're going to have interesting conversations back and forth. So hopefully when you join me, you'll make comments and we can have a chat. So what I've been noticing is that there is an unwillingness. Hi, Lorene, good to see you. And I was thinking about our ability and how many things we can do that we actually say we can't. And in examining my own self, because it all starts with you, right? It all starts with looking within. So in that self-examination, what I found is so often it's not true that I cannot, unless I physically cannot. And then even so, I trained as a mountaineer for a while and I became fit enough to do that. So I could do it, I can do it, but we come to a place where we're not willing to do it and we say, I can't. And that really is a misconception. It's a misconception to give to yourself that you cannot. Hey, Susan, you were on my mind. It's a misconception that we cannot do something. There is always a way. Where we come to is we come to the idea that I will not do that. For example, Susan skis. I will not do that. It's not that I can't do that. It's just that I will not do that. And I have made a decision. What we decide we can do is what we end up doing. It all begins with a choice. So I'm choosing to have a sip of tea. So it begins with a divine decision. It begins with a divine decision to look within, to take a bit of time to introspect and get to know yourself so that you can say to yourself, not necessarily to others, but who am I? And you know who you are. You know that you're love, or you know that you are a divine essence, because in my world, we're all a reflection of the divine. Trees are a reflection of the divine. Sacred sage is a reflection of the divine. Everything is interconnected and it's all a reflection of the divine. So your willingness to look at yourself as a divine creator of your life, of you being the one who makes the choices and actually owning that 100%, being the owner of your life. It's a grand place to be, and not many of us actually accept that we create our realities. So I want to tell you a little story. Years ago, when I first came to Seattle, I said that I wanted to manage an apartment building. I'd never managed an apartment. I'd never managed anything except for myself. But I set my sights on managing an apartment building. And so I went around and I interviewed for a few apartments. And I asked this one person, how did you get to do this? And he said, oh, well, it's easy. And I went, oh, yes, yes, I wanted to hear that. So I said, well, I want to do this. And he said, oh, okay, well, we have an apartment building coming up on Capitol Hill. And this was back in 1991. And so I set my sights on managing an apartment building on Capitol Hill. Because if you're new to town, why not put yourself right in the midst of all of that? And that was a long time ago, and Seattle was a thriving, beautiful, tight, spiritual city at that point. So I manifested managing an apartment building. because I said so. And then I took the action steps afterwards. I called that guy like every week. And he's like, oh yeah, we're getting an apartment building ready for you. So finally I said to him, you know, I need to move, and I need to move now. And they did that because I just kept on showing up. I persevered. I was tenacious. And I also said to myself, to my co-workers, to everyone around me, I told them what my manifestation was. I'm going to manage an apartment building on Capitol Hill. And so, while I was managing that apartment building, because you know, I didn't always want to live there, and my daughter was coming to live with me, I then began manifesting a house. Hey, Kathy. Now the house, here was my criteria for that. 3 bedrooms, a fireplace, water view, and with good school systems. So I had a little thing on my steering wheel. It was on my bathroom mirror. It was on my chalkboard at work. And it said, I have a 3-bedroom home with a fireplace, with a view, with a deck, and the other things that were important to me. And I manifested that within 8 months. Manifestation isn't instantaneous all of the time. But when you set your intention and when you do it one time, you know you can. Now, there may not be a willingness on your part to put a little something on your steering wheel, to put a little something in your bathroom, to put a little something in your consciousness about what you're creating. But imagine this, 8 months from now, 3 months from now, you're going to be somewhere. And is that somewhere going to be where you want to be? Or is it just going to be somewhere? So we can create. We can create, and we can create from love. Our willingness to do what it takes to focus 8 months on this creation, and to keep daily seeing it in front of you, being tenacious, knowing that you're going to get there because you are somewhere right now. So in 3 months, where do you want to be? Because I want to help you get there. So I'm the Dream Queen, and so I'm going to put a link, and you're going to book a call with me, and let's get you to the place that you want to do, knowing that you can, because you want to, and because you say so. All right, lovelies, thank you for joining me. I'm going to show up twice a week here, and if there's something that inspires you, something that you want to talk about, something that you want to know about, that you think I know about, let me know in the comments. I'd be delighted to do that. And if you're watching on the replay, blessings. Bye-bye, everyone. And in case no one has told you so far today, you are amazing. Bye.